Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Africa. Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Somalia. Y'all playing with me like we don't do voodoo there. Y'all playing with me like my mom's not a witch.
Anyway, she ends up going to a graveyard, man, to do some more magic.
You think you fucking with me, but I'm about to lay your ass to rest. See where I'm at? I'm at the cemetery. Bitch, I'm about to lay you to rest. It's coming right back to you. Y'all can play these internet games if y'all want to, but I wouldn't play the spiritual game. Unless you're ready. Ooh, life's about to get interesting.
And did. And did. And did.
The woman at the center of a viral video who claimed a man threw a brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Okay, so boom, here we are at this brick wall yet again. Now, last month, I revisited this brick lady situation, and we had a meeting at the brick wall. And now here we are a month later, back with an I told you so. Okay, period. So sometimes in life, you have people who allege that they were hit with a brick, and sometimes their actions lead them straight into a brick wall. Now we're gonna get on into the nitty gritty right after this intro. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. But just know, keep in mind that over here, this is an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody, so you know, proceed with caution. But you know, still hit that subscribe button. Anyways. And straight like that, come on in, get comfortable, get cozy. The people who get mad very easily, you know, get ready to be triggered because it is what it is. And it's going to be one of those videos. Okay, period. So if you guys don't know, or if you guys did not see my previous coverage, I did a very in-depth live on going over all of the times that Miss Rhoda Osmond said that she was assaulted on several other times. And then I even came back on how after the brick situation, she came back and she alleged that she was assaulted again. And in that footage of me showing that she got assaulted again, she said that this time she got actually attacked, and that really stuck out with a lot of the night owls.
I was like so happy to report like this is my first weekend out without having a panic attack. But then I got actually attacked physically. As you can see, I have a welt right here. And a little welt right here. Don't worry, those bitches cannot fight. But two black women in their 40s decided to attack me as I was leaving the establishment.
Now, I called her bogus before that, but, you know, that was one of the things that a lot of people kind of was like, wait a minute here. What do you mean actually attacked, ma'am? Now, if you guys have been paying attention, she is now charged with felony deception and scamming for deceiving the audience about this whole brick situation and not being honest about it. Now, when you read the documents, you will see that her story changed and changed and changed again. And it leads me to believe that the whole thing was orchestrated from the word go. And I, in my opinion, believe that all parties are involved. Now, there are some people who just cannot accept the fact that she's a bogus lying scammer. Okay, even when the police are telling you, hey, this girl is not right. We vetted her. Her story never checked out. She made up this thing, then she changed it to this. And even with all of that information, you have people say, but, in the article, it says that he did hit her. And it's like, did he hit her as a part of the scheme that Todd allegedly set up? Or was it a real hit? Now, I myself, in my opinion, I believe that all parties were involved. And I think that it was all a part of the plot scheme from the get-go. I don't think that them saying, well, the footage showed him swing towards her and it was a bottle, a plastic water bottle. I do not believe that that says or vindicates her at all. Okay, period. But we're going to go on over all of the documents. We are going to read through the article and read through the details, and we're just going to go on into this gig. Now, when the night first started, before the allegation of a brick or anything like that, she started out the night partying with a shiesty on. You know, she had a glittery shiesty on, and the whole entire night while she was going out, she had her face completely covered. Now, I believe that from a separate incident, her face was already swollen, and this plot was thought out before she even stepped out, in my opinion. Okay, but let me show you how she first hit the scene. Okay, so this video right here is the night in question, and this is the night of Brickgate. Okay, this is the outfit that she had on and everything. So let's play it. So as you see, she's getting ready to go out. She's hanging out with her friend, and she has this mask on. So they are turning up before Brickgate. And it looks like, in my opinion, her face looks already swollen. Okay, so you see them turning up, and let me make this a little bit smaller. You see them turning up. They're having fun in the parking lot and everything like that. And they're having a good time. They're turning up. They're happy. Then they go to the club. She has this mask on all night long. Okay, and she doesn't take this mask off until the allegation of this brick situation.
Just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck.
The brick is.
Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number.
What the brick
and
is?
all y'all just fucking watch.
What you
all see that?
And in this video, she said that a guy picked up a rock, but then she said it was a brick. But I pointed out in my previous coverage how all of the people that she was confronting about standing by and watching this go down, how they were pretty much saying that they had no idea what she was talking about. They were not there. They did not witness her getting hit with a brick. Let me replay this real quick for you guys, and then we're going to get into the new stuff.
And just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck.
The brick is.
Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number.
What the brick
and
is?
all y'all just fucking watch.
What you
y'all
want
see that?
What you want?
Y'all see that?
What you want?
What are y'all to do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something.
All right. So as you see there, if you listen to the background, and this is what I pointed out in a previous video, the guys who she's confronting, they're asking her, like, what kind of brick? Like, what about a brick? Because they were confused. They weren't there. So they're asking her, what do you want us to do about it? Because they clearly were not there to witness this. And then you also hear a woman in the background say clearly, she's like, we wasn't here. Like, because so everybody in the background, if you listen to the background, everybody in the background is confused about what she's talking about because they did not witness this brick situation.
And just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that?
Now, let's go to the article, because the article, like I said, it goes in detail of the events, and it goes in detail how her story changed from this to that to this to that to this to that to that to this. And the cops coming to the conclusion of what's really going on here. Baby, the story don't add up. And shout out to the Queen Accountability, because she was the orchestrator of really sticking it to her. The Queen of Accountability is a content creator on YouTube, and she, like myself, felt like something was off. She felt like the story did not add up. She felt like this girl was bogus and was a mess. So what she did was, on behalf of other people who donated and felt like they were being scammed, once people start seeing evidence that she was a fat Faison liar, she went and filed a police report against her, which prompted this investigation to really go forward. So even though she came at me sideways and she had me a little up, I'm always gonna give credit where it's due, period. Okay, I am that type of girl. I don't care. I'm gonna give you credit. Okay, if it is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is, you know. And if there is ever a receipt or something that I post in my video where your tag, your identifiable stuff is not on there, and I don't give you credit because I don't know the credit belongs to you, all you got to do is kindly say, hey, Neek, I don't know if you know, but this is my video. Can you give me credit? And I would gladly do so, because I don't mind giving up credit. Okay? But when people come at me sideways, like Queen Accountability did, you know, I be feeling like, girl, it's like, it don't give that, because I don't have a problem giving you your credit, period. But anyways, like I said, back to the original thing that I was saying, again, I don't have problems giving credit, because again, she was the one who, she really put her foot on the gas on this situation, constantly calling the police, trying to make sure that they were really looking into this, because the girl had a history and a pattern that the police discovered in this investigation. So let's pull up this article and get into it. All right, so anyways, so it says, woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making the whole thing up and raising $42,000 on GoFundMe. A Houston woman went viral on social media after making claims a man assaulted her with a brick outside a Houston club, and she is now accused of raising tens of thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe scam. Rhoda Osmond, 33, has been charged with felony theft by deception. According to the charging documents, Osmond raised at least $40,000 through Fraudulent GoFundMe page she started in September that claimed she was the victim of a similar attack more than 3 years ago. Now, the attack that she alleged that she had been attacked 3 years ago, we uncovered those in previous videos as well. I went over all of her previous alleged attacks that she kept alleging was happening to her.
They mad because he's trying to be somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old, they gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me. Guess what? It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a...
Anyways, it says on September 3rd, Houston police officers responded to an aggravated assault incident. They met Osmond and her female friend during the investigation. Officers reported that Osmond was intoxicated, hostile, and irate. In the original, okay, so it says the original police report made at the scene, Osmond claimed that she was walking on Shoemaker Lane where an unknown man threw a brick at her when she would not give him her phone number. It says she also, in addition to her saying a man just randomly threw this brick at her, she also told officers that she ordered an Uber and she believed the brick throwing suspect was the Uber driver. So she say, "Hey officer, I got hit with a brick and then I ordered an Uber. And then guess what? The guy who was my Uber driver, I think he's the guy who hit me with the brick. But I got in the car and left with him." She also told officers she had ordered an Uber and believed the brick-throwing suspect was the Uber driver. Osmond said she got into the car with him, where he then tried to kidnap her. According to documents, Osmond stated the suspect was involved in human and had a large group of females in the car with him. So this guy throws a brick, hits you with a brick. Then you order an Uber. Then the Uber comes. The guy who threw the brick at you is the Uber driver. And then the Uber is full of women that getting trafficked. And then you get in the car. Child. Anyway, so she said he had a large group of women in the car with him, and she got in the car and he tried to kidnap her. So that is what she told them initially. So then they did a follow-up investigation to find out, like, wait a minute, something don't sound right here. Something sounds off. Let's talk to her again. On September 15th, detectives tried to reach Osmond, but the number she provided was her friend's number, who was also at the scene when the incident was reported. The friend said she was not from Houston and went out to several places to drink with Osmond. She said Osmond reportedly called her male friends to come pick them up. So she told the officers she called an Uber driver, and the Uber driver was this trafficking brick thrower. Then she gave the officers her friend's phone number. So then when the officers called her friend to get the account of what happened, the friend said they got a ride with her friend, the brick lady friends. So the officers is like, wait. She said she was almost kidnapped by these brick throwing traffickers. And now you saying that y'all left with her friends? What? Wait, what? Which one is it? When the men arrived, Osmond and the friend got into their vehicle, which was a dark-colored sedan. The woman told investigators that she got into the right front passenger seat and Osmond in the back seat with another man. As they were driving, she reportedly heard Osmond yell, "Ouch, why you hit me?" but stated that she did not hear an argument before she heard Osmond yell. So she said, I'm in the car. I'm in the front seat. She in the back seat. I don't hear no commotion. I don't hear no argument. I don't hear no type of altercation. I just randomly hear her yell, "Ow, you hit me." out of nowhere. So she like, wait, huh? I ain't even hear no argument, no commotion, or no altercation. Like, you just yelling, somebody hit you? Like, what? The friend stated off the record that she did not believe Osmond was hit with a brick. Okay? So the friend told her, listen, I'm in the car. She just yelled out of nowhere. I didn't see no altercation. I didn't see no argument. This hoe just yelled out of nowhere. I don't think she got hit with a brick, officer. I don't know what. I don't know what. Like, what the fuck is going on here? What? She said, I don't know what's going on. The friend told detectives the suspect who allegedly assaulted Osmond got out of their vehicle, got into another vehicle, and drove off. She said Osmond went live on Instagram and that she tried to convince Osmond to call the police. The friend said she did not know the two men she got into the car with and would not be able to identify them. So then the officers called the brick lady. So they said, wait a minute. She said she got into a sex trafficking Uber. You saying that she got into the car that was full of women. It was full of women and she got in the car. You saying that y'all got into the car with two of her homeboys that she called. What is going on here? So they called this heifer on another follow-up call to get to the bottom of what was going on. So it said a detective finally made contact with Osmond on September 19th. During the phone interview, Osmond told detectives that her friend came to town and picked all the clubs they went to that night. They reportedly started at the O2 Lounge and then they went to the Liquid Lounge. Osmond said they left the club and she called an Uber. Okay? According to the charging documents, when the dark colored sedan pulled up, Osmond said she thought it was the Uber that she called and she got inside. Osmond told the detective that when the suspect hit her in the face with a brick, she also stated that she did her own investigation and found out that it was a man named Olan Douglas who assaulted her. When Osmond was asked where was her friend at the time, she reportedly became upset and said her friend was far away from her while talking to another guy. Osmond then changed her story to say that she was assaulted at the club. After more questioning from the police, Osmond became upset, asked to speak to the supervisor, and then hung up. The detective said he provided her with the name of his sergeant. So then they said, well, listen, she's saying one thing, the friend saying another. Now, see, she's saying, now, first, it was the man threw the brick. Then she got into the brick thrower's Uber. Then the friend said she just randomly yelled, ouch, in the car. Then we talked to her. Now she done switched up and said she got assaulted at the club. So they like, what's really going on here? So they pulled the surveillance footage. So it says on September 20th, Houston police detectives canvassed the area where the assault was reported and spotted surveillance cameras. The company that owns the cameras provided detectives with the footage from them. It says in the footage, the man that Osmond claimed hit her, Olan Douglas, was also identified. Detectives said Douglas, Osmond, and her friend were seen talking amongst each other and walking towards TikTok Gardens Lounge, located in the 5600 block. They all reportedly went inside the club together. They all went into the club together, and about 20 minutes later, the video shows the trio walk outside the club, then walk towards a white Maserati. Remember her friend said that they was in a dark colored sedan? Remember? They both said that it was a dark colored sedan. The footage and their surveillance show them all walking up to a white Maserati. How y'all get dark colored sedan mixed up with a white car? What? What? So it say they all walked towards a white Maserati that was parked directly on the side of the business. Douglas was reportedly seen leaning on the right front passenger door while Osmond walked towards him. According to the documents, the surveillance footage shows that Osmond started dancing on Douglas while her friend was in front of the vehicle talking to another man. The video then reportedly shows all four get inside the Maserati. What happened? What happened to the brick throwing man in the color sedan that was filled up with all of these women that was trafficking? Where did the trafficker go? What? And she said she thought it was an Uber. But then she thought it was the same man that hit her with a brick. But she got in the car of this Uber that was filled with women, and the man tried to kidnap her. To the friend saying, y'all was supposed to come together and get y'all lives straight. Y'all was supposed to get y'all lives straight. Like, what? So it say, the video then reportedly shows all four people get inside the Maserati. The unidentified man got into the driver's seat and the friend got into the front passenger seat, and Osmond and Douglas entered the back. According to documents, a few minutes later, Douglas was reportedly seen getting out the back right side, and then Osmond and her friend also got out. According to the charging documents, Osmond and Douglas were in an argument, and Douglas reportedly swung his right hand while holding what appeared to be a plastic water bottle and struck Osmond in the face. Detectives said that Osmond then sat in the front passenger seat of the vehicle while Douglas stepped away from her. He reportedly got in the back seat of an Audi 3 that had pulled up. When Osmond got out the vehicle, detectives said the unidentified man who was driving it took off. The footage capturing the incident did not support Osmond's recorded statement, charging documents show. When Osmond went live on Instagram after the incident, she went viral on social media. You know what I feel like happened? I don't even think he hit her for real. I don't think he hit her for real. I think in the back, she told him, listen, we go get out the car and we finna come up. All of these different stories, if he hit her with a water bottle, it would have been, I got hit with a bottle. It wouldn't even been water bottle. It would have been like, I got hit with a bottle, like a bottle, you know? All these stories tell me that she told him, listen, we finna come up. I already know how to do this GoFundMe stuff. Already got a swollen face already. Swing the bottle my way, get in the car, and then I'm going to cause a scene. It was a whole scam with all of them. All of them. It was a whole plot. Because when you look at the original video, first, she said she got hit with a rock. Then she said she got hit with a brick. And so the people on the scene, they were confused and they were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, where are the brick? And then the females in the thing, they did not witness it. So All of them came up with this. And the reason why I feel like all of them came up with it is because when she originally went to the cops, she was very vague. She acted like she had no idea who the perpetrator was. She did not initially give them a description. If you go to the Queen of Accountability, she had called the cops and she wanted to know, like, was there a suspect we should be looking out for? Is there some type of danger to the public? When this first happened, and the officers had no description or anything of the man. Then later she came up with this name. I feel like they came up with this plan and then she got mad because she's very, 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 very switch of the flip of the wrist. Like she is cuckoo crazy. And so I feel like she got mad and then she said, you know what, F it. You know, he probably promised her do something, whatever, the deal, the deed, something went bad. And she said, you know what, I'm finna just name him since he was there anyways, or whatever. And it happened like that. I don't think that the friend, the guy, none of them, I don't think that they didn't know. Because when he was questioned, the O-line guy, when he was questioned, all he was saying was he didn't hit her with a brick, but he didn't say that he was there that night. He acted so confused, like, oh, I don't know, because they were asking him, how did she come up with your name? Like, why did she pull your name out of anywhere? And he was acting clueless and everything like that. So I feel like he was in on it, in my opinion. The friend, I feel like she knew about it. She really all the way wasn't really with it because she told the cops, like, listen, I don't think she got hit with a brick. And she kind of dropped the dime on the situation because it wasn't right with her. But I feel like, so I take it back. I don't think the friend was in on it, but I think that Olan and I think that Osmond was in on it. Let me replay when they questioned Olan about this, and then we're going to continue this story.
You say he outed himself. Well, I got the same audio from the clubhouse that you have or everybody else is hearing. And not one time did he out himself. But do you know who this person right here is? Do you actually know who this person is? Huh? Well, let's listen to the audio first to see if he actually outed himself or if he denied doing that.
Tell boss, this is not how I would never negotiate. I'm not sitting on.
No, it's not a negotiation. No, we're not negotiating.
No. I'm saying who does shit like that? This is something like this is a viral thing. Why would I sit on here? And then number one, it wouldn't make sense for me. I'm just interested about the information that you share with me, and I'm interested in everyone else's opinion. So that's it.
So wait a minute. How did anybody know that you were the man from the viral video that hit the one with the brick?
Hold on, I just explained that. I explained that before. But does anybody have any other questions aside from that one?
Yeah, how? Because it seems that Mike, from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, like you seem to be like confident that she did not get hit with a brick by anybody, right? Now we established that you didn't do it, obviously, but like, what makes you rule out the possibility maybe somebody else did, and we need to go find that culprit?
Yo, OTH, before you even answers that, I want to pin this to the top, right? And this is me being curious, right? Reading this article, right? Because you say you stay in Houston, right?
Yep.
So this is from Fox 35, right? Orlando. Woman hit in the face with a brick in Houston says man attacked her for not giving him her number. Right? You say you stay in Houston. Now, me with my logical mind, right? The day that lady gave me your name, right? I don't know if you lived in Houston or not.
Right. So I get what you're saying.
No. Wait. Hold on. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. I'm not pinning you to that. I'm just saying that the fact that you live in Houston, it happened in Houston, and then she mentioned your name of all people to mention in the world. Or people that live in Texas, bro. Texas is a big ass state, bro. So everybody in Houston, there's mad black men in Houston. You of all people, and I'm trying to figure out, like, am I in a twilight zone? Is there a paradox? Something is missing here. I don't know what it is, but something is missing. I don't know. I feel like we're not getting the whole thing.
I would agree, but I can't speak more about that. But nah, I mean, I agree with you. It sounds you're not getting the whole thing.
So you swung the brick, but you plead the fifth.
I've never hit nobody with no brick, boss. You sound crazy.
All of them. All of them. All of them came up with this plot. If you really listen, they all came up with this plot. She did not get hit like that for real. That's why they like, we see his hand go like this, but it say, detective said Douglas and Osmond were seen. Hold on, let me read this again because it sounds like she just told him to. They all came up with this. Allegedly. Because why, why would she say that it was because he didn't give her number? He already had your number. Y'all already was together. This whole thing was a plot from the word go. They all was in on it. That's why she already came up there like this already. She already had came up there. It was a plan from the get-go, from all of them. Cause listen, if he really hit her hard and she didn't have, it was unbeknownst to her, she didn't have nothing going on, why would she say that it was because she didn't give him her number and he already had her number? And then she came up with this story of the human traffic, and then she came up with this story of the Uber driver, and she came up with all of these stories. It was a plan from the get-go. Look, her face right here, her face was already swollen. If you look, her face was already swollen. And clearly she has some type of allergy or some type of thing going on with her face, because in 2020, when there was a situation that happened similar, when you looked at the video, her cheeks were really puffed out, but there was no police report. There was no proof of it happening at all. Then fast forward to when she says she got actually attacked. When she said that these black women attacked her, she was lumped up on her forehead. So clearly there is something going on that triggers something in her body to have a reaction in her face. That's my theory. That's what I believe. That's not a fact. I'm not saying it's a fact. That's my opinion. And that's what I think. And that's the conclusion that I came up to. Because if you look at all the receipts from all the different instances and how, there was no proof here, this situation, it don't match up with the surveillance, all of that. Again, I don't think that this whole he hit her with the water bottle vindicates her, because if he did, she knew his name, she got in the car, his name, she was twerking on him and all of that. Why not just say this man assaulted you with a bottle? Because you could have just simply said, oh, he wanted me to go home with him. I didn't want to go home with him, so he assaulted me with a bottle. Like, why all of these theatrics? This was well thought out. This was already thought out. Just revisit the situation in 2020. Let me play it again.
They mad because he's trying to be somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old. They gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me. Guess what? It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a...
During the investigation, detectives said they received a call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok, who believed Osmond was conducting a scam because of a similar situation that happened in 2020. She reportedly provided detectives with another GoFundMe account that was created by or for Osmond in 2020 with the same narrative of a black man hitting her. Sutton made TikTok about the incident and said some of Osmond's friends and ex-roommate also reached out to her and provided a statement. Detectives reached out to the Minneapolis Police Department to ask about the GoFundMe titled Help Black Muslim Mother Pay Her Medical Bill. The description stated a young black Muslim mother became viciously assaulted by a private security in Minneapolis, sustaining multiple fatal contusions, a black eye, and injuries to her leg. She needs an estimated $5,000 to pay for medical bills, legal fees, and a new phone and more. The Minneapolis Police Department told Houston Police Department that it has not received any reports of Osmond being assaulted in 2020. The department stated that the last contact officers had with Osmond was in 2012. Okay, she was having lewd and disorderly conduct. The ex-roommate of Osmond also reached out to detectives and said that she and Osmond were no longer friends after discovering Osmond was scamming people and she wanted no part of it. She said Osmond reportedly created the GoFundMe in 2020 claiming that someone hit her, but it was a lie. She also has criminal history that they found and dug up. And GoFundMe also released a statement and stated that they refunded everyone their money back and that they will not be afraid to go after her legally. Now, when a lot of people start calling her a scammer and using their critical thinking skills and not their emotional responses, they were able to see the inconsistencies, and I was one of those people who felt like, girl, this is cap. When you really analyze the background, you analyze all of the previous things that she did before, and it's just like, girl, this pattern of behavior is just reoccurring too many times in all of that. When people first started calling her out, she responded and she was saying that she was going to do witchcraft on them and all of that. So let me play that video for y'all.
Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Africa. Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Somalia. Y'all playing with me like we don't do voodoo there. Y'all playing with me like my mom's not a witch and my dad's not a wizard. Do you see all these candles burning? Do you see how many candles I've been burning? Baby, I'm sending that right back to you. And I'm more powerful than you.
This was a video that Martin posted when he was talking about how she said she was gonna sue me, child.
Those spirits are not on the level of my spirits. Your energy ain't matching my energy. And your ancestors ain't as strong as my ancestors. Motherfucking powerful witch. I'm sending it right back to you, homie. So you should not waste your time or your money.
Oh, that was personal.
Every time I post something, there's like 300 messages, and most of it is a bunch of people who just make fake accounts just to argue with me. So y'all really think that me, who has a child, and a PhD, and a job, and a dog, and a full-time job, and all the laborious things that I have to do because of this fucking incident, and I'm coming for all y'all asses, and I got all these projects. Y'all really think that I'm really sending myself this stuff? Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, get a grip. Y'all keep thinking I do what y'all do. Y'all make fake pages. Y'all make lies up. Y'all do that shit. I don't do any of that. I'm living my fucking life trying to heal, and y'all keep trying to re-victimize me. But if y'all want the smoke, I'm gonna give you the smoke. I'm gonna give you the chimney. I'm gonna give you the forest fire. I'm gonna give you all you want, because I promise you, y'all not gonna get away with this. Y'all not getting away with this. And this back and forth, it can stop. Unfollow me. Stop talking about me, and then it's over. And I can go to my life, and y'all can go to y'all life. But y'all not gonna do that, because y'all literally making an economy out of me. Y'all living off of Rhoda's economy. You losers. Y'all can't make money or get attention.
What economy are you living off of with all of these GoFundMe after GoFundMe after GoFundMe? Because you living off the economy of the land your dang self. You know, you are claiming that you got assaulted in 2020. The police say there ain't no record of it at all, none whatsoever. You relied on that to try to pay these unforeseen medical bills that are not documented anywhere. Then you relying on the economy of the people with this new GoFundMe. So what economy? Like, child, it sounds like an even exchange economy to me, if you ask me.
Without mentioning me. Let me ask y'all. Let me see if y'all can't say my name for 10 days and if you can make any money or get any attention.
And
probably can't. So y'all gonna stay here. And if y'all gonna stay here, you're gonna hear my voice. You hate my voice? It turn you off? This ain't nothing. Wait till I make you sick and cough.
Anyway, she ends up going to a graveyard, man, to do some more magic.
You think you f***ing with me, but I'm about to lay your ass to rest. See where I'm at? I'm at the cemetery. Bitch, I'm about to lay you to rest. It's coming right back to you. Y'all can play these internet games if y'all want to, but I wouldn't play the spiritual game. Unless you're ready. Ooh, life's about to get interesting.
Is that her voodoo potion? Because you conjured up life getting very interesting for yourself, all right. So was that your voodoo let's shake up the table potion? Because just like you said, life is about to get interesting. Sure enough, they hit you with that felony charge and they said the girl's a liar and they are calling you out and GoFundMe is calling you out and they ain't playing with your tail. So, I guess whatever you drinking worked.
Ooh, life's about to get interesting.
And did. And did. And did.
So that brings us here to Houston Police Headquarters today. We got alerted earlier today that Miss Osmond, that Brick Lady, was planning to surrender and turn herself in because she's wanted for theft in Harris County. We were contacted by the new Black Panther Nation and Quanell X because he was contacted by her for help and to arrange the surrender. So it was our understanding that that was supposed to happen at 3:45 today. You can see right now that time has passed. And as we arrived here at Houston Police Headquarters today, we got another alert that Miss Osmond, Brick Lady, is a no-show. She decided to not surrender. I spoke with Candace Matthews, part of the new Black Panther Nation, and she told me that they had an agreed meeting location today. They were supposed to be meeting with Brick Lady and then bringing her here for the surrender at Houston Police Headquarters, but they say she didn't show up, she didn't provide an explanation, and Candace Matthews tells us that this is really the first time that something like this has happened. People reach out to them often. You know, we are usually aware when they've been contacted, and sometimes, you know, they do arrange for surrenders and then tell the media and provide comments in person. So we were expecting exactly that to happen here at HPD today. But again, a little bit weird. Something changed. We don't know what changed. And so now Brick Lady remains on the run. She appears to have gone private on Instagram. We have not been able to successfully reach her.
That the fight is not about whether this happened or not, because everybody knows this happened. There's a confession video, there's hospital records, there's police records. For God's sakes, I made a video from the scene of the crime. This is not about whether this happened to me or not. This is about them trying to protect their platforms, them trying to protect their ideologies of benefiting off a black woman's pain. And because I've threatened to sue them and I've threatened to take down their platforms, they're trying to make sure that they can intimidate me and silence me and make me give up. But I'm not giving up, because I'm not allowing this to happen to somebody else. And I'm not allowing people to benefit off of black women's pain. I can't imagine this happening to somebody else. I won't allow it. So guess what? They're trying to intimidate me. They're trying to silence me. They're trying to make me give up, but I won't. The more y'all come after me, the more evidence I'm pulling, the more you guys are helping my case, and the more that you guys will all have to be lined up and have to be exposed for what y'all did. Making a whole documentary out of this shit. We're going to show every single person and what they've done. You can't just hide in the dark. It's coming to light. And let's be honest. If y'all weren't really scared, and when I say y'all, I mean the people that are coming after me, then why are y'all doing all of this for 4 months? Why are y'all making 20 phone calls to the police? Why are y'all sending all these messages? Why are y'all fighting so hard? Because the truth is, you know that I have evidence. And the only way that y'all can win is if y'all take away my community support and if y'all make me give up and break my spirit. But my spirit will not be broken. You're the one that's weak. I'm not weak. You're the one that's scared. I'm not scared.
Child, this is literally Jussie Smollett 2.0. If committed to the lie was a person, like she is committed, determined, she believed the lie, and you even got gullible, slow people who are falling for this crap also. There is literally people who will see all the evidence, see all of the receipts, and still say, well, he did hit her. As if, like, none of it makes sense. None of the events make sense. It was a plot from the beginning. Why would she start the night off with that shiesty mask on? Why would she say that she was allegedly human thicked? Why would she first on the scene say it was a rock, then say it was a brick, then come to find out it was a water bottle? She did not give details about who the assailant was until the police started tripping her up and catching her in her lies. Then she had to divert and pin it on her, in my mind, accomplice, okay, and everything like that. So please, like, this is definitely a Smollett 2.0, and it's crazy that there are people who are literally convinced that, and they're committed to this, to being gullible. Like, she's committed to the lie, and you have people who are committed to, with all of the receipts, all of the evidence, still committed to and super determined in being gullible. It's crazy. Like, it's literally insane.
Just hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a fuck. The brick is. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and he hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that?
And in this video, she said that a guy picked up a rock, but then she said it was a brick. They were pretty much saying that they had no idea what she was talking about. They were not there. They did not witness her getting hit with a brick. Let me replay.
And just hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a fuck. The brick is. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and he hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something.
This video, the guys who she's confronting, they're asking her, like, what kind of brick? Like, what about a brick? Because they were confused there to witness this. And then you also hear a woman in the background say clearly, she's like, we wasn't here. Like,
hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a fuck. The brick is. Yeah, this man hit me fucking grabbed a rock and he hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that?
I feel like the brick lady needs to be held accountable. I think that people are deflecting. Now that it has come out that she has lied and went to jail and was charged, I feel like people are still playing stupid. Like, they don't understand. You see people in the comments saying stuff like, what happened to her face? She was lying. Like, let's all just agree she was lying. You were wrong. Apologize to the people that were insulted or accused, and let's move on.
girl, what you think about it?
Okay, I have a question. Why would it be a plan for the guy if I feel like she the one set it up. I don't think none of them knew anything about it.
Well, because they said that he did swing the plastic bottle towards, and hit her face.
But I don't think he set that up, because why would she give his name?
I think he was in on it. Because if we go back to the audio, If we go back to the audio of when he talked about this situation, he said, I didn't hit her with no brick. I didn't hit her with no brick. So they was like, did you hit her? Did you hit her? He was like, I didn't hit her with no brick. Like, he was very vague. Like, he denied hitting her with a brick, but he was very vague at the same time.
And plus, her face was swollen. Nick, she set that up herself. I really believe she set that up herself. She has a track record of doing it. Him hitting her with that bottle or waving it at her or anything, even slinging the water at her. That was, ammunition for her. Somebody had to pay for that. She had that planned.
But she already had that plan in motion. That's why I think that because of the way that her friend kept switching her story up, leads me to believe that they all were in on it. Yeah, I think they all was in on it. Von, what you think? Or Van, what you think? Oh, they clicked off. Monopoly, what you think?
What's up, girl?
Hey.
Wait, catch me up real quick. Why they arresting her again?
Oh, no, baby. You got to read the article. What's your thoughts? You got to unmute.
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Hey, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts on the situation, this young lady, Miss Rhoda, I know she originally got a lot of support when it happened, and then, some things were revealed. I guess people in her circle were saying she was made it all up. My thing is this, and based on I guess the detective, I've heard other creators, do this story too, earlier, and from what I understand, detectives, based on their investigation, she was the instigator of that situation, and her friends was, I guess, coming out saying that the whole thing was staged.
I'm listening.
Oh, I thought the guy was still talking. Like, we know you already beautiful. He wanted to talk to you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but we off that. Let's talk about Rhoda, the girl, the brick lady.
Yeah. Listen. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media where a lot of Black women are dying, like the children is too. Like, this shit is really real. I don't mean to curse. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Like, we need to pray. We really need to pray because it's been too much going on.
Do you want to pray for the people?
I want to pray for the women.
Pray. Go ahead.
I want to pray for the women. Like, for real, we need to pray. We need to really pray for the women. Like, it's just been too many killings, too many this, that, and the third. Like, it's crazy. And the guy that was on there, he was just like mesmerized by you. That's all. We really need to get to the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
so are you gonna pray?
We can pray together. You want to pray together?
No, I don't. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, let me say this.
Are you there?
I'm still here. For the women of the world. The Black women of the world, we need to pray and stick together and stop dealing with all these weirdos and this, that, and the third. Like, we really need that, to get ourselves together and get our minds right and get our hearts together to stop dealing with all these dirty, weird, old people. And I ain't talking about they old. I'm talking about just like meeting a guy, being with a guy. Like, it's just weird. We need to pray because they is killing us. Like, for real. Look on YouTube. It's a lot of daggone dudes just killing women, they children, and all type of stuff. We need to pray. And I'm just talking
praying.
and I am. We all need to pray. Like, for real. Y'all need to pray. Because y'all finna see some stuff that y'all don't even see coming.
Can
And
you
that's
start?
a
Can you
and that's
start
a
the?
fact.
Can you
And that's
start
a
the?
fact. You know what? If you don't believe me, that's your problem.
Okay. Can
Okay?
you start the prayer?
That's your problem.
Can you?
But
Can you start?
You gonna pray,
we need
baby?
to pray.
When
We
you gonna
need to
start the
pray.
prayer?
Can
We
you
need
start?
to pray instead of just talking about bullshit.
Start the prayer.
Okay, the people want you to start the prayer.
You need to pray. You on here. Won't you start to pray?
Lord, help this child. How about that?
No, girl, that ain't gonna do it. Goodbye.
Because you is better than what you were doing.
No, we need to fucking pray.
Then pray.
For real. Like for real. We need to pray.
Pray.
Okay,
Go
so
on,
can you
start
start
it off.
the prayer? Can you start the
Drop.
prayer?
Our Father.
In heaven. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. We need to pray just to make it today. We need to pray. We need to pray.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's some crazy stuff going on, but listen, y'all just need to pray though. Just pray. Y'all just need to pray though.
I've been watching you for a really long time, and I really love what you do.
Thank you.
And we love how you take it up a notch every time. Like literally, I get off of work, I smoke my blunt or whatever, and
Lord.
I put you on. I put you on.
We love
and I
Meek
love,
at
I love
night.
all of
Yes.
you guys. Like,
Alrighty. So I am a little bit nervous, but what I wanted to speak on, what I did
Don't
not
be
like
nervous,
is the fact
girl.
that
I'm finna go to Big Out.
thank you. But what I didn't like as a mother of 5 boys is how she went and just selected a group of black men and stated how these black men were not protecting her.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I find the issue. I do know that we as black women aren't always protected, but I don't think that black men need that extra negativity. That's what I had an issue with.
Okay.
Okay. Neek, I just want to say you're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
I know you hear it all the time. I'm just gonna say it anyway. I'm starting off by saying that because I'm a little baffled how, and I hope people don't beat me up in the comments, but I'm a little baffled how when people get in trouble, the first thing they want to pull out is the race card.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they want to say is it or if I was a white person, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm over it. Right. I know it's racism out there. I get it. But when is it as women, and I hate to say it, women of color, we're going to actually stand up and actually not be so fast to play that card. Too many people have sacrificed themselves.
Okay, there you go. And I'll put my thing back up. All right. We'll do it like that.
It's just so okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's wow. And now she's saying that she has this video evidence of a guy, which I didn't get to look into. I forgot his name. A guy that apparently had a confession that he hit her. I'm like, okay, is it the confession of him saying, yes, I hit her with a brick? Or was it a confession of, yeah, I went out with her? Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people twist shit, but she hasn't even posted it online. So you have a warrant out for you right now, and you want everyone to rally behind you and support you, but yet you can't even show.
That's why I feel like they all concocted this story together. Like her, him, they all, I feel like, concocted this whole scam together.
Oh shit, that could be the case. Imagine
because if you did you see the video of him talking to TikTokers and bloggers saying that he didn't hit her with a brick?
No, I have not seen that.
So he was very vague. Like he was very vague in saying like he didn't hit her with a brick, but he did say like I didn't, like it was very like vague how he was like dancing around it. So I think that they concocted this all together for real, for real.
Wow, yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good theory. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And if let's say she shares the confession with the police, they have it. I'm guessing he will face a charge, but then she would drop it, and all of them are technically safe. Would it happen like that?
No, I don't think so, because the police caught her in several different lies. She said that a man was trying to kidnap her and sex traffic her.
Yeah,
and
that's
she
true.
said that the car was filled with women. And then when they called her, she said she was assaulted outside. Then she said she was assaulted in the club. Then she said that they got into, or her and a friend said they got into like a dark colored sedan. And then they revealed their surveillance and they got into a white Maserati. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then
She was dancing up him.
The friend said she didn't see no altercation. Out of nowhere, she just heard her say, "Ouch, you hit me." In the car.
Yeah. Maybe he told her. Maybe she told him to hit. Maybe she told him to hit her.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, yeah, hit me in the face real quick so we can make some money. I'll go on IG Live. And
hurry up, leave. Like, and I'm gonna cause a scene. Leah, I think that's how it went.
Plus, the surveillance revealed him walking away from her and not hitting her either. So,
well, no, it said that he hit her with a plastic bottle in the face.
Say what?
The thing said that he hit her with a plastic bottle in the face.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to read that again.
Yeah, that's what the documents say. Let's see, Tony.
How you doing? How y'all feeling tonight? What's going on? This is a whole saga, man. It's like my whole take on it is like when it first happened, I was like, let me see. Because it happened on the heels of that incident up in Chicago where that mother was getting beat. Can you see me?
No, I said, do you want the people to see you?
I'm cool with it. If y'all cool with it. I'm cool if y'all cool with it.
Okay, hold on, let me put you on. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So like, because that whole situation happened on the heels of that kid who had to shoot that dude who was beating on his mother, I think that's when she felt like she could capitalize on something like that because that was all clout. Now, the initial story was it was a brick, right? Mm-hmm. But then there was a clinical nurse who said, no, that swelling came from a saline injection. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what I was hearing initially.
Scene, when she first started confronting people, she said she got hit with a rock. Then she changed it in that same live and said she got hit with a brick. So then for it to now be that you got hit with a plastic bottle, I feel like they orchestrated the whole thing, all of them.
Right. Because look, I box, so I can tell what type of concussion or what type of contusion on the face. Yeah, I could tell if it was somebody's fist or something else. It looked like nothing hit her. There were no scratches, none of that. And then the club owners that were nearby the incident, their surveillance footage, they said there was no hint of any fight, anything. It was just a normal, regular night in Houston.
Right.
Now, she couldn't even give a description of the car initially. It was so many holes in her story that, like, I was waiting on what she call herself, the queen of accountability, to take that to look into it. Because sure enough, once she did, that's when Osmond started becoming unhinged, and that's what she is. She's an unpleasant, unhinged person that has a real jacked up disposition for real, and somebody like that, I grew up with people like her. And the best way is like straight up to ignore them for real because they never get held accountable. And you can see she has some violent insecurities about how she looks. But that's just a whole nother can of worms for real. So that's my little take on it. I mean, she's a shrew. She's a burnt, unhinged shrew. That's what she is.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, baby, I'm gonna keep this short because I got this granny I gotta go in about 30 minutes. So
wait. Hold up. I already recognize the voice.
Well, the thing, I had lost all that weight since last time.
Yeah, I was just about to say that before you lost a lot of weight.
Thank you. Well, ever since I lost all that weight, women keep hitting on me all the time. But
you said they was hitting on you back then. You said you couldn't keep them off of you back then.
Well, there was an issue with my bowel movement going on at that point in time. It was like days and weeks worth of food would just be sitting in my stomach from what I was eating. I wasn't eating a lot of fruits and vegetables back then, so it would have appeared that I wasn't working out at that time, but I really was. But
all right, so basically, like back when I was in high school, I was big. I had acne all over my forehead. Couldn't get women for shit. I was chasing them unsuccessfully. They didn't want me at all. But thing is, after high school, 1 year after I graduated, I started working out and then slimmed back down, got rid of all that acne on my forehead. Then them women started chasing me instead of me chasing them. And it was like I had 6 relationships with young women after high school. And thing is, like, all of them left me for the same reason. But I never been cheated on. But they all left me for the same reason. But
what
thing
reason
is,
was
like,
that?
Thing is, they said basically I was too nice, but they stayed for extended period of time. They stayed longer than they wanted to, because in their words, I'm too nice, but the sex was good. So
They
stayed
told
longer
you
than they
sex
wanted
was
to.
good. Wait, slow down, because you moving too fast.
They told me I was too nice.
Wait, because if you was moving this fast during sex, it wasn't good. You're going too fast.
I was just constantly constipated. But to the topic at hand, stuff like that is why I only like grannies. Because thing is, women in my age group, I'm not saying all, I'm saying it's just a lot that will lie to try to get some fame and some clout, or they get caught doing some shit and they lie and blame the men to try to get their way out of it. And that's why I only fuck with grannies. That's why I identify as not gay, not straight. I identify as granny sexual because I'm 24 and I only fuck with grannies.
Erica, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Nika. Hi. Okay. Okay. Thanks to you, all the things that you do. I'm a subscriber. I love your content. You're very funny and pretty and smart.
Thank you.
Just like me. Yeah. So I like you. Okay, so oh God. You be on hold for so long, you forget. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I can't remember what I wanted. Okay. Neek, can you we were talking about
the brick girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The brick girl?
Oh my God, this is so stupid. I love your content, and then you get on here and you really, really forget what you're gonna say.
What was your thoughts on the girl who got hit with a brick?
Say it again.
The girl who got hit with a brick? What was your thoughts?
I love your work. I gotta go. This is really strange. Like, you be really amped up. People, take notes. Because when you get up here, you forget the brick. Oh. And I had some other stuff. Thank you, Neek. Thank you, Neek at night.
Okay, thank you for coming up. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Like I said, I feel like the whole thing was orchestrated with her and oh boy, that is my opinion on the matter. I just think that it just doesn't add up to amount of anything, which is why she's charged. Because why would you start the night off with a pooh shiesty mask and then end the night with getting hit with a water bottle, but then saying it was a rock, then saying it was a brick, then saying you was getting kidnapped, all to find out that you was partying with this alleged assailant. You been knew him, you got in the car with him, you got out of the car with him, you was twerking on him, and then y'all had this swing of the water bottle situation happen. I think that she put him up on game, told him that she already put up a GoFundMe, she finna run it up again, and it is what it is. And I think that that is what she is relying on, doing these GoFundMes and getting the lay of the land that way, and doing these lawsuits where she feels like she's going to prevail. But it's like, it's too much pattern of behavior reoccurring for anybody to be this gullible and believe any of it. And to the people who sit there and say, well, and you believe that, you know, he hit her and he just assaulted her so bad with the water bottle and all that, why so many story changes? Why did she lie and say that he was her Uber driver? Why did she lie and say that she didn't know him? Why did it turn out that they partied together, then they left together? Why did she say that she got hit with a rock, then change it to a brick? Come to find out it's the water bottle. Why was her friend not on board? Why did she not give detectives her phone number? She gave detectives her friend's phone number, to which detectives had to track her down. Why did she not initially give them a police statement and then turn around and give them this vague statement of this human situation and all of that? And then why in 2020 did she have a similar occurrence with no documented records of it ever happening, and it attached to another GoFundMe? Why on earth did she have, which I covered in my other videos, every few months saying that she was attacked again and attacked again and attacked again and attacked again and attacked again? And then even from the brick situation, her turning around to say, oh, I went out and this time I actually got attacked by 2 black women. And before the brick situation, before the actual attack of the 2 black women, all of the documented other attacks that she alleged happened. Nobody is that unlucky. Nobody is getting beat up that much unless you are, number one, lying about it, or number two, you are a huge troublemaker. You're picking fights with people and you're effing around and you're finding out. This situation, however, I feel like is her wanting to be she got main character syndrome. She literally has main character syndrome where she wants to be the main character of a victim story. And a lot of people is like, well, she's a black woman, No, she identifies as like above, like she feels like she's above us because she's East African or African or whatever she is or whatever. It ain't the same, boo-boo. I call cap on her rap. I don't believe that this even water bottle exchange was even something that really injured her. He probably, if he did, lightly tapped her, which is why the cops are like, oh no, this is bogus. We're charging you with this whole thing. It just don't make sense to a logical mind that anybody seeing all of the evidence, you're presented all the evidence, and you're still saying, I believe her. There's no way. Only way is you're gullible, or you have this huge vendetta against men that you victimize a woman regardless of logical facts. That's just my thoughts on it. A lot of y'all wanted to hear my thoughts. That is what it is. I'll see you guys on the next video, and we'll talk about this later.